Yeah. I was going to say, you never know what happens. Things might not go through. It might not happen. You never know. You just
No.
have to always stay open. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So between now and Sunday or now and Monday, work on those tasks and
Yes,
exercise.
yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. Both more Monday than Sunday, but at least it's a start. Yeah, yeah,
Works. That works. I can get that in. That's not a problem.
yeah.
I just knew we had to get some of those hours knocked out today because we've
Yeah.
only have it in six to finish them.
Yeah,
So
right, right, right. Again, our times are very much on flexi time, so it's all good.
yeah.
I know we've got Monday, Wednesday more or less put down, but
Uh-huh.
we can do any day. It's not a problem. Lisa is going to start coming on Mondays, and let me just confirm the time, so I'll make sure I got it right.
Okay.
Uh, Lisa will be at 8 o'clock my time, so that's 10 your time. In other words,
Right.
just the 2 hours before the live. And I said,
Okay.
this is cool because I have you down for somewhere on Monday,
Yeah.
but you can come and overlap with Lisa, and then overlap with a live, or just come with a live. But either way, so if you want to come like halfway through Lisa, that's cool, or before Lisa, that's cool too, if you really want to discuss. Lisa's very happy with you coming like halfway through like that. She
Yes,
liked
sir.
that idea. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So this is cool. And then of course we just overlap into the live, and it all works out very nicely. And then she's also on Thursdays, so we still have Wednesdays completely open, but we have Tuesdays open, and well, some time on Thursdays too, before and after the lives, so, and Lisa. So we
Mhm.
have lots of time, in other words. So it's not a problem. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. These are
All right.
important to me, just the ongoingness of what's been applied and what's been going on. Like today, I'm keen to hear like specifically what happened at the going to the community, the
Um,
whatever it's called,
what we it
community
was a
service.
yeah, we had to do it was a food pantry today. And what they are is they're actually a community service organization. They help with, rent, utilities, food, medical, all that kind of stuff, right?
Wait, 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 wait. Back up that sentence, because this is exactly what I was thinking when I said put it out there. You never know. Somebody may hear your situation and say, look, you found this fantastic place, but it's too expensive. And you may end up with a rent contribution. And isn't that what you just said? They help with rent?
Well, yeah, but I mean rent and a one-time deal, not
Oh,
not ongoing.
yeah. But there
Yeah.
may be other things that help with ongoing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, possible. I just know that, I mean, they're just very short term, like, if you're a little
Yeah,
bit behind in your utilities,
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, they put us volunteering with the working with the food pantry today. And so, that was quite an experience. I mean, CJ, he stayed busy. He was helping. Today was the senior day where all seniors come shopping. Nobody younger than, 60, whatever. So it was all seniors.
Wow.
Um, and they get a cart just like a regular grocery store. They get a cart and they go up and down the aisles and they do their shopping. They get what they need. And there's, instead of money, it's points that are assigned.
Huh. And
So,
where is this taking place? Where is the shopping taking place?
it's inside of a fairly good sized building,
Oh,
you know.
oh, 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 like a kind of a food bank sort of a situation.
Yeah, yeah. And
But
so yeah, so they do their shopping, and then before they opened up, they had CJ and I like stocking some shelves. Um,
oh, brilliant.
then they
Now, aren't you
explained to us,
supposed to be watching CJ stocking the shelf, not you actually doing stocking as well?
that's ideally, yeah, but
Hmm.
um they insisted that nope, I couldn't just stand around. I would have to help him.
Yeah. Well, I hope you
So
let
I
CJ
did.
know that, hey, you know what? See,
So
you know,
I I put in hours too. And,
Yeah.
I was doing all the same stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, you just, you help the customers unload their cart and then you bag everything. And then CJ was taking stuff out to their cars and getting what they called the senior box. And that was what would you say that weighed? Probably 30 pounds.
Wow.
I'm not taller than you.
Yeah, you are.
That was just my shoes.
No. You're taller than me.
So what happened?
So what was that box? Do you think it was 30 pounds, the box you would take outside? The senior box? No?
Like 40.
40? Okay.
Wow.
Well, anyways,
Wow,
these
that's
are
really
heavy,
heavy.
heavy boxes full of, different special, it's a special box put together just for the seniors.
Yeah.
So, he would help them load that and help take stuff out to the car. And, we just stayed busy. We really, really stayed busy. And then at
Wow.
the end of the day, or the shift, you have to restock all the shelves, get everything all filled up again, because then they have shoppers that come in for the afternoon.
Yeah.
So that was
Wow.
that. We'll
Wow.
probably
So
finish.
well, you've done work, you worked in places before, so you have an idea of what jobs entail. But
Yeah,
CJ hasn't necessarily. So now he knows what's entailed in working in a supermarket.
yeah, yep.
Yeah,
You
very
got
cool.
you got
Very
experience
cool.
today in working in the grocery store.
Wonderful. Very
Yeah, he
valuable.
said it was
Very
cool.
valuable. Yeah.
Hmm.
Very
Yeah,
valuable.
he was pretty
Um,
surprised.
yeah. Do you have your headset on, by the way?
No,
Oh.
he's sitting there listening.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right next
Oh,
to me.
the sound sounded a little different. That's why I was curious.
Oh,
Oh,
I
all
don't know. I'm
good.
trying to eat
Oh,
my
no,
lunch.
it's fine. It's just different. Not better, worse. No. It's all good. It's all good. That's
So
wonderful.
we'll go.
That's very wonderful. Yeah. Keep
We
going. Keep
got
going.
4 hours in. We'll have to do 4 hours again next week, and then his community service hours are done.
Oh, only 8 hours. Wow.
No,
Wow.
no, we
Oh,
had to do
oh, oh.
16.
Oh, I was
And
gonna say that doesn't even 16 is a little, normally people get like
well,
100 hours or something.
yeah, but for older people,
Yeah, all
I
right.
mean, he's 12, and
I guess so. I guess so. I guess
yeah,
so.
and they pretty well
Yeah.
figured out that, okay, all these places are few and far in between. Number one,
Yeah.
so that means I'm going to have to drive him everywhere. I'll have to set
Oh,
it up. So I think the judge, was like, okay, 16
yeah.
is good enough, because otherwise
Yeah.
Grandma's probably going to shoot us. So,
Yeah. I mean, you're already getting basically, you got to do it's like you getting punished where you didn't do
yeah,
anything. So yeah.
right. Well, I mean,
Well,
and
good
that's
on
what
you,
I told
Judge.
him.
Good on you. Good on you.
Yeah, and I told the PO that last time I spoke with her. It's because she's like, "Well, I understand that you would be frustrated that you feel like you're on probation," and it's like, okay, and tell me what way I'm not. And
What did she say to that?
she couldn't. She just said, "Well,
Oh,
I do understand," and it's like, well, if you understood, ma'am, then you wouldn't have brought it up. You
yeah.
know, I said, "You're not going to
No.
change my opinion, no matter what you say, and I don't have to agree with you. You
No.
are not my probation officer."
There
So,
you go. There you go. Oh, somebody joining us. Who's that?
Bina is.
Oh, brilliant. Bina was dropped off earlier. Oh, wonderful.
Hello, Sher.
Oh, hi.
Wonderful. Hello, Bina Sweetness. Hello, marvelous Bina. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Bina. I'm glad you're here. Very important. Very important.
I
So
had that toothache was really bad at that time.
I thought
So
so. I thought so. I
yes.
thought so. Yeah.
Ouch.
All right. All right. Sorry. I forgot about that. So my bad. Sorry, Bina. Sorry. I didn't take that into cognizance. Yeah. Okay.
Toothaches are miserable.
Hmm.
Can't tell you how I'm just dealing with it. It's horrible. Till my chin, just under my chin, right directly in
No.
front of, still here.
Wow.
So anyway, how are you, Sher?
Hold on.
You what?
Beside looking good and beautiful, what else?
Sorry. No, you asked that right when I popped a cracker in my mouth. Um, look, cause I hadn't planned on staying. I figured, so I'm hungry. I didn't think that I would
Oh, good.
stay the whole 4 hours. Yesterday
Oh,
when I went, the guy's like, "Oh yeah, you can drop him off. He'll be fine."
oh, good.
No, couldn't do
Oh,
that.
oh, oh,
No. So when I got there today, they're like, "Nope, you have to stay and work." It's like, all
oh,
right, fine.
oh.
So
Lisa's talking about the community service that CJ has to do as part of his sentence. But well, the way it turns out, Sher has to do it also, even though she's not the guilty one.
yeah,
So CJ, if you're hearing this, just know you've got some karma build up here, right?
yeah, that's true. That
Yeah.
is true. True. Because you're building up karma.
What's that?
Good stuff.
Well,
Good
I mean,
energy.
in this that, wow, complicated to explain a little bit.
Well,
I
I
mean
think
that,
it's good energy.
yeah, no. Well,
I would just call
that
it
he's
as
got.
that.
Basically, I was thinking karma debt, really, that you got some debt owing to Sher on this now. No,
Well,
I can
no,
I would, yeah. I mean, we could look at it that way, but then I also like to see
no.
it as, that he's paying things forward. I mean, he's doing something
Exactly,
forward.
exactly. That's why I called it karma rather than debt. You see, I'm just using debt
Oh,
to sort of, because he didn't know what karma meant. So
yeah.
just assume people know,
No,
but
he
look it
knows
up.
what karma
Look it
is.
up. Okay.
No, he knows what karma is.
All right. There you go.
He does. You stop it. Stop begging. You don't get any. No,
Are you
she's
talking to
begging me.
CJ or Lou?
I don't know. Take your pick.
All right.
I don't.
Yeah, let's eat. You gotta eat.
Yeah.
Gotta keep our strength up,
So
right?
yeah. So I had been. It's really kind of interesting. I don't know if you. Yeah, you did, Phil. You were able to read my last two posts, I think.
Yeah.
Both of those, believe it or not, both of those were generated, came to me in thought as a result of listening to the readings that you're doing and the conversations.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
So the other day, when I chose to sit on the Facebook side and not the Zoom side, part of that was so that I could actually get through it without my phone freezing.
Yeah.
But the other part of it was just so that I could truly listen without interruption. I didn't want, so I was able to just sit there and attend to my things and let it land. I didn't want that extra influence.
Yeah.
So what came out of that was, just basically my whole focus on growth. That was one of them.
Yeah.
And I forgot what the other one was. Yeah, there was growth and there was another one, trusting myself. That was a big one. So there were just different things. Oh, and then motivation. Finding the motivation to do those things, especially when you feel like nothing is going right. You get a hold of that "oh woe is me" kind of thing, and it's like, well, I don't feel "oh woe is me," so it's like, what am I feeling? And I guess I just needed to appreciate that there has been a lot of growth.
Yes. So CJ, since you're listening, I mean, obviously we are appreciative of what our parents or our guardians or whoever do for us, right? Now, there's a limit to that because some of it is their responsibility. They chose to have you. They chose to look after you. So, some of it is their responsibility also. But there's sort of a minimum that they need to do. Yeah. And then there's bonus. All right. The minimum will vary depending on who you ask. Yeah. I mean, some will say, well, my minimum responsibility is to make sure they've got food and shelter. And others will say, well, my minimum responsibility is to love them and care for them and make sure they're educated, etc., etc. Now, all right, it doesn't matter how you define minimum, but there's also bonus. And one of the things to appreciate in Sher, right, as bonus that she's done is her persistence. She never gave up. Never. Yes,
True.
exactly. See, you weren't expecting me to say persistence. You were
No,
expecting
I
me
didn't
to say
think
caring
about
and loving
persistence.
no, but that persistence. that she never gave up, no matter how dire it was sometimes, and how much she just wanted to say, F this. I'm not going to say it, but all right. And just like, to hell with this, I'm out of here, and just hand you over or whatever, just give up. Never did that. Now that's bonus. And nobody would have faulted Sher at that times when that was where she could have done that. Nobody would have faulted her. Said, I would have done the same. Good for you. They probably would have, said good for you and way to go and all that, right? They would have supported you in it. But I'm making this point, CJ, not that you need to feel obligated, no, but appreciative. Yes, we are not obligated to reciprocate or be thankful for bonus goodness. But I do feel it is worth our while to be appreciative. Right? We're not obligated because it's bonus. There's no obligation. When we truly are doing things because they are good, we're not doing them because we want to get something out of the other person. We're doing it simply because it is good, regardless of what the other person does or how they respond or anything, right? So goodness is not a contract. It's not I do something good for you and you got to do something back for me. And that's not goodness. That's a contract, right? And that's not what's going on here. And it's never been that way with Sher. But this point that I'm making, it's just something to be aware of, and that's why I'm making, because it's not obvious, right? And many people will miss it and won't see it. Yeah. So Sher's persistence and determination and this deliberation to continue. This is a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. And it's a truly deep, deep, deep life skill, right? Because when you have this, look, you can pretty much do anything. Doesn't matter how clever you are, doesn't matter how smart you are, with persistence and determination, you'll get there in the end. Right, Sher?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if it's supposed to be, it's like it's going to happen. And sometimes I know I can be overly persistent. I know I can.
Yeah, it's called being anal. All right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. I'll accept that.
That's for CJ's benefit there. A little fun.
But I mean, yeah. Okay. So I know I can be really anal about stuff, but I think that's also a quality. I don't see it as a flaw. I see it as a quality.
Absolutely.
Just like the things that I used to see as flaws, I do see those now as qualities. They're just of a different kind.
Yep.
They're a different shade. They're pick a color, they're just a different shade of whatever color. So
exactly. And it's using them appropriately. It's using them appropriately. Yeah.
Exactly. I was just really, really proud of myself the last couple of days for the writing. And that one that I had you check yesterday that I said I'd been working on for 2 days, I truly was. I was at it.
Wonderful.
And at it and at it. And it's like it finally came to what I wanted. And I was, it wasn't a doubt. It was just like, what's wrong with the ending? Nothing. I'm just not used to that. I'm used to my endings having some type of, continuation. I'm not used to the end. So, it's one of those new things that I just figured out. But I even went to, what is it, thesaurus.com or something like that, and I typed in a lot of I looked up a lot of different synonyms for words so that I was practicing with the language. And I was practicing, okay, what word is much more flowing? Which one sounds better, feels better?
Appropriateness.
That was the other reason why it took me 2 days.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Because I just thought, well, if I'm going to, what is this, kiddo? That's weird.
Writing is a craft.
That's cute. You got it.
What does he just say?
It is. It is. I don't. Well, he's got a cowlick in the front of his hairline, and you know what a cowlick is, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he has a cowlick here that it sticks straight up. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 of them.
Well, we're gonna start calling him. We're gonna start calling him Tintin then, yeah.
Tintin.
Yeah. In Tintin,
well, I know
that big cowlick, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just it could have been a camel lick, which
Oh,
You know,
camel lick. Yep, there
yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Well, that's just like a cowlick on steroids. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Camels are particularly fond of licking people, by the way, and they also spit at people.
They spit a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So do alpacas and llamas.
Yeah, yeah. That whole family, giraffes too. Yeah.
Yeah, they like to That's not fun. That's what we should do, watch Family Guy.
The craziness of the world. The craziness of the world. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
this point about persistence and determination, it's a huge difference. Somebody was just, well, appreciating me and saying I'm this, and they were saying all sorts of wonderful stuff. All right, thank you very much. It's very nice. But you know what? The things, because they were watching the live. It doesn't come because I was born with all of that. No, no.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm particularly smart. I mean, I know from school, yes, I did well at school, but I had to work at it. I had to work at getting good grades. It didn't just come automatically. I mean, so all the things that I have that I've accomplished, all my skills and abilities and whatever, it comes not because I'm inherently smart, but because I have simply been persistent and determined. And just one
Right.
thing builds on another. And just time, I have made the effort to put time into this. And truly, I feel anyone can do it. Now, may it take a little quicker for some? Yeah, for sure. Is it going to take longer for others? Yeah, for sure. So what? In the context of eternity, a couple of years here and there, a couple of decades, a couple of lifetimes matter nothing, right?
Yeah.
Right. Very good point to understand this about determination. That you can do anything. I'm pretty sure CJ knows who William Wallace is, yeah?
You know who William Wallace is? I think he does.
Freedom!
Oh,
The
yeah.
Mel
Okay.
Gibson
Yeah.
movie. Yeah. Okay.
Right. No, he hasn't seen that movie.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, William Wallace is a Scottish freedom fighter. His whole story fighting against the British who were oppressing the poor Scotsmen and all this, right? Now, in the movie, we see, that he triumphs and he's victorious and all this. But in the movie, they don't show all the defeats that William Wallace suffered before that time, right? Many. But one day, William Wallace is on the hideout from the English and he's hiding in a cave, right? And now, one moment. Mm.
What happened?
I'm getting there. I sort of finished my last bite here, you see. So he goes into the cave and now he's got to wait a while. He's got to hang out there, chill, lay low. And he made some space to clear, and he cleared one of the cobwebs in the cave. Anyway, he's sitting there contemplating his miseries and what am I going to do and all this. And he watches the spider whose web he just cleared. And the spider redoes the web. You know what? I want the space. Sorry, I don't want any spider webs here. And he removes the web again, right? And so he's sitting there thinking about all of his stuff. And then he notices, wait a second, there that spider is doing it again. And this went on for a while. Spider makes the web again, and William clears it. But then eventually he realized, you know what, the universe is trying to tell me something. All right, now he didn't, in the story, he didn't, it's not said there the universe is trying to give him a message, but it's implied in the story. So we'll just add our own commentary here, right? Because that's what happened. I mean, this was anomalous. It was unusual because typically, when you do that, the spider will just go elsewhere or whatever. But for whatever reason, the spider was just ignoring him, and he didn't somehow kill the spider either, right? Which typically in that case, if you see it, you'll just kill the spider. Most people, right, make space in the cave because you want to live there. But he didn't. So he saw the spider doing it over and over and over again. And then the threads would break. It didn't matter. The spider went. And eventually this clicked with him. Oh, okay. I'm getting a message here. Just keep on, be persistent, keep doing it. Even though you failed many times, you keep going and eventually you succeed. That's exactly what he did. So
wow,
it's a good story. Yeah. Just because when you William Wallace is a typical hero and everything wonderful and good. No. Most heroes
Right.
don't get there for, because they just these wonderful things. That's just movies. Most heroes get to do what they do because their hero-ness comes from persistence and determination.
Uh-huh.
That's what a real hero is. Most in America, unfortunately, this idea of a hero has been completely corrupted by the comics. Right? You get to be a hero if you've got a superpower.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
no, 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 no. Sorry. Just because you get a power doesn't make you a superhero. It can just as well make you a supervillain. Yes?
Oh, CJ brought up Iron Man.
Yeah, but is he a hero because of his powers? If you were
No.
to take
Yeah, TJ said because of his intellect. He's got intellect and he's wealthy.
well, but still, you can have intellect, and there are also villains who have good intellect, right? It is his things
Yep.
like his courage, and his
Okay.
goodness, and
All
his
right. Let's
persistence,
move
and his
on.
determination, right? And his integrity, and all of these things. In other words, his character is what makes him a hero. And a hero
Okay.
is particularly somebody that does what they do not need to do. That's what makes a hero. There are many courageous people and people with integrity, but they don't step outside of what they kind of have to do. Right? A hero is one who does more than they have to do. Right? That's what makes a hero. That's particularly what makes a hero. So in this instance here that we're talking about, who's the hero here? Rena? Who have I identified as a hero based on my criteria?
Sure.
Sure, exactly. You did what was more than what was required. That is what determines a hero. So Sher is a hero. Yes. All right, we'll have to get you a hero name now. And a backstory and all that. Yes. 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 Yeah.
Wonder Share.
Yeah, no, it has to be something with a white hair, like the white lightning or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. The white fury or something. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we call you the White Wonder, but you see, that's too racial, Right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, and that's not a cool name because the next thing is White Wonder. Yeah, Wonder Bread. It's like, no, sorry,
Yep.
that won't do. So,
Yep.
She's
yeah.
Alice in Frozen. No.
That's funny.
What's that? Yeah. So anyway, I'm
Alice in
just
Frozen.
making a real point, right? Because it's easy to confuse what a hero is. A hero isn't necessarily somebody who does something dramatic and saves everybody. No, a hero is one who does more than is required. Whether it works or not, it doesn't matter. And just because
Yeah.
you don't succeed doesn't mean that you weren't being heroic. Yes,
True.
right? And this is again, see, nuance, discernment. We're looking at absolute discernment here. Think a little bit more about things. A lot of people just assume, oh, a hero always succeeds. No, and it's not the succeeding that makes you the hero. It's the trying. It's the doing.
Hawkeye didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't succeed totally. No, he didn't.
Who's this?
Hawkeye or Hawk. Yeah, Hawkeye. He's the one who
Avengers.
he's one of the Avengers. He
Oh,
does
there
the
you
bow
go.
and arrow.
There you go. There you go. Right. I mean, I think in that story, I haven't followed all the movies yet, but certainly there are many instances there where the heroes fail. They fail completely and utterly. It doesn't make them any less of a hero, right? It's their character that makes them a hero and not their powers, because you got villains with those powers, right? You got villains
Right.
with intellect. So intellect is not the key thing. Yeah. What's the
Right.
difference? Now you can have persistent and determined villains too. You've got to add those with goodness is what makes a hero rather than a villain, right? So
Yes.
yeah. It's got to be connected to goodness. Yeah. So this
Okay.
is, but if you got good character, it's implied that you have this intent to goodness and that you're willing to do more on behalf of goodness. That's what makes a hero, right? The willingness to do more on behalf of goodness. Yeah, like you did, Sher, like you did. So to me, I really make this big effort to pay attention to the heroes we know, like you. Yes?
I think Okay, CJ, would you
Yeah.
consider yourself a hero?
No,
Why?
because
Not yet.
He doesn't like heroes and villains, he said.
All right, good. Good. But also, again, because it's a false attribution of status. Yes. So you see how I'm defining a hero, CJ? It disconnects from that whole status and image and all this stuff, right? No, I'm looking at real heroes. To me, capital R, real heroes, everyday real heroes. Theos, like people like Sher, those are my heroes. Those are people I consider heroes, right? Not people who are
Who do
in
you
it for
consider
flash and
hero?
status and all of this. So now I want to ask a question. In the way that I'm defining hero, do you think that you might be one at some point in your life?
He's asking you.
no,
No?
a
So,
hero is somebody that inspires somebody. So you don't have to have courage or stuff like that to inspire somebody. So it's basically like a villain can have a hero, but they don't necessarily have to be a hero. They can be a villain. So
Right.
if
Well,
you
well,
have a hero, something you admire.
yeah, yeah. All right. So let's rewind a little bit. And that's one particular understanding of what hero means. And that's somewhat in the comic books, yes. But I'm taking this concept a little further. And I'm saying, actually, if you really think it through, a hero is somebody, whether they inspire somebody else or not, right? It's not the essential quality of a hero to inspire. That is a consequence of being a hero sometimes, but it doesn't actually define what the hero is. So let's rewind. What did we say a hero is? A hero is one who does extra on behalf of goodness. Whether somebody sees it or not is totally irrelevant. So they may do it and nobody will see it. That doesn't make them any less of a hero. You see why inspiring is not really connected to a hero. It's a consequence sometimes of being a hero, but that's not what defines a hero.
you're right. You're right.
Right. So do you think at some point in your life you might do more on behalf of goodness? I know
I
one
think he
instance.
will.
I know one instance in the past where CJ did do this. So you've already been heroic. That doesn't make you a hero that you've been heroic in one instance. To be a hero, you've got to
Well,
do this on a continual basis. But I know one instance where you were heroic, CJ. I remember. You remember
plus,
that?
he did that today.
Right, right.
Yeah, I mean,
But
he did that today.
let me reference the incident, and then it'll make sense. And that time when those kids showed you the gun and you reported it, that was heroic. You didn't have to. You could have just
Yeah.
ignored it. You could have just let it be and said, well, that's their thing. It's nothing to do with me, right? But you did. You looked out. You made extra effort on behalf of goodness. Whether somebody saw you do it or knew you did it, it didn't matter. You did it anyway. You didn't do it for the reward, for the praise, for that. No, right? You just did it because it was the right and good
Something
thing to
to
do. And it was extra effort. That's what makes it heroic. Yes. If it was an extra effort, you're just doing the good thing because, well, you can't avoid doing the good thing. Well, then you're just being good. Heroic is extra. Yes. So you were heroic then. So when
Yeah.
you said no, see, turns out you've actually been heroic. And now there are probably many other instances too. That's just one that I'm aware of. Yeah. So
Okay.
think about things differently. Things aren't always the way the world makes them out to be, especially comic books and media. They have a very distorted view of things. We have to learn to see past that, see more, see more. Yes, Bina, what do you say?
Yes, I was just typing a message that I need to go now. It's late for me.
All right, all
So
right. Yes, I
yes.
know it's very late
So
for you.
nice,
Okay.
Chair. Thank you for sharing,
Okay.
CJ.
Okay.
Thank you.
One
I,
moment, Bina, as I think if we can wrap it up, we're all good, right? Sure. We have nothing more necessarily,
Yeah.
yes? Okay.
Nope. I do
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Brilliant. 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 So hang in there one moment, Bina. One moment.
Okay.
One moment.
Good night,
All right.
dear.
All
All
right.
right. Good
Bye-bye.
night, guys.
Good night. Good
Bye.
night, sir. Good night. Good night.